We're an 80-year-old company. We started after the repeal of Prohibition in 1934. Our business philosophy is really pretty simple. If you work and live by your values, you'll be successful. It's something inherent to who we are. It's our culture, it's how we do business, it's how we interact every day. We value hard work, we value relationships, and we value the community.
Major Brands distributes products to roughly 9,000 retailers around the state, from big accounts like Walmart and Costco and Sam's to independent retailers, small bars, restaurants, bowling alleys. You know, I'd be okay if you're a local consumer in St. Louis and you don't know who Major Brands is, because we are the brands that we represent. We represent some of the biggest national brands, but we also sell and promote local brands, so local Missouri wineries and local craft beers. So we help them get their brand started.
Major Brands is our business partner. They're a local company. They support local companies. They really help out a Four Hands Brewing Company, which is a little bit of an unknown. I always say we're two things in St. Louis. We're a baseball town and a beer town. Fell in love with craft beer in college and really saw an opportunity in St. Louis. We're brewing what we like to drink. As a supplier, choosing that distributor is the most important decision I feel you will ever make. We're looking at them not only as an opportunity to put kegs and cases on trucks, but it's a partnership. Really is, how do we build this brand together?
Relationships in the state of Missouri are so important. And I think it's important in every business. It's especially important to our business. We are an excellent wholesaler. For as big of a company we appear right now, we were a small company back when I came on board. We were a small company, and it was all about the passion, and it was all about driving forward. I really do enjoy the small customers because you know what? They're passionate about their business, and they're saying, I need somebody I can trust because this is my livelihood. We'll be in here to do a promotion. I'll be in here to build a display. I'll come in and make sure that it's set properly on your shelf. Our delivery drivers will be here. Our merchandisers will be here. We'll put up awesome signage in your restaurant, in your bar. And it's really those small details that they notice in a wholesaler that would say, hey, you know what? You do care about me. And that goes from Sue to my boss Barry all the way down to our merchandisers, to our warehouse, and to our delivery people.
Just to know that you're, supplying and helping everybody is just one of the good feelings that I have about my job. I don't think I ran across anybody who doesn't like me. I think I'm a very likable person. Neon signs and posters and barrel heads and barrel tops. If you're at the bar, you'd see condiment trays, rail mats and napkin caddies, bar keys to racks, and bigger displays, surfboards and bikes. See some pretty cool things in here.
We do take a lot of pride in the operation of both warehouses. We take a lot of pride in our accuracy. Very efficient operations with our conveyor systems, with our picking methods, with our warehouse management systems. And all of those just help us to make sure our customers receive their orders on time and receive their orders accurately.
I can say with confidence that Major Brands is truly a strategic partner with Shop and Save, and they're best in class in the work that they do with us. They've gone above and beyond in so many ways. They're best in class because they connect with what my most important needs may be. They're extremely responsive, and for a category manager who's juggling 1,000 things on a day-to-day basis, that's critical.
Behind the machinery, behind the conveyor systems, behind the computer systems, ultimately in a warehouse, it takes a person picking that case, picking that bottle, filling that order accurately, and it takes a lot of help. It takes a team.
I think the thing about Major Brands that really stands out is the people that comprise the company. We're a Missouri company with warehouses in St. Louis and Kansas City, and then sales offices in Columbia and Springfield. Whether it's a sales rep on the street, the customer service person taking the call, the person in purchasing who's making sure that we got the product to sell, or the guy on the truck delivering it, that's really the heart and soul of Major Brands.
Well, LaRusso's Cucina, being around for 28 years, the commitment is to the customer. And people come here because it feels like a family. You walk in, my wife's at the door, I'm in the kitchen. We print a menu and we got to live every day by this Bible. And the product's got to be there. The support is just so overlapping. It's a comfort to know that you have that kind of relationship with the company. Major Brand, I got to tell you, they are part of our family.
We've been around for 80 years, started out as St. Joe, Missouri, just a little wholesaler. This company wouldn't be here right now if the Epson family wouldn't have the vision of unifying the state, being a statewide distributor. We're working for a family that's working for us. I want to be able to be part of a company that passes this on to the next generation and go another 80 years.
My dad lived and breathed Major Brands. My grandfather lived and breathed Major Brands. Going through my dad's illness and having my dad pass away, the family legacy with that is when you're going through hell, you keep going. Everybody really here is persevering. I know the people that work here and I know how tenacious they are, and it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. My mom is the CEO of Major Brands now. My dad could not have picked a better person to continue to run the business.
We play a role in making sure that the state's laws and regulations regarding how alcohol is sold are followed. For 80 years, we've worked with one another side by side. Alcohol isn't milk, so we understand that there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that job, and we take that personally.
This is where we live, and this is where we work, and this is where our kids go to school, and this is where we go to church. And so that responsibility for us to make sure that our product's being distributed safely and consumed responsibly is much more important to us because this is where we live and work. There are 50 different states with 50 different regulations. So that distributor is the local expert. They're the people that know the laws, the regulations of the state, the pricing rules, the ability to promote in those states. And no supplier can do that across 50 markets and know them intimately like the local distributor does. So we bring focused attention and high levels of service to all of the brands that we sell. We have a responsibility to make sure that all the product that comes into the state is properly registered, is properly priced, that taxes are paid, that we sell only to properly licensed retailers. The consumer benefits in a number of ways. They have a vast array of choice, and we're also fairly priced. Everyone buys a case at the same price. From remote rural areas to the major cities, we serve retailers in every corner of the state.
Wonderful history of winemaking in Missouri, dating back to the 1860s and before. I feel that over the course of the next 10, 15, 20 years, wines are only going to get better. It's important for us as a distributor to make sure that we're helping our customers to be able to support the education the way that we do and have it on a personal level.
We work very closely with our suppliers. We learn about the process of making every single item that we sell. What are the ingredients that go into it? How is it distilled, fermented, aged? Where does it come from? Even tasted. I'm able to take that same information and go out to my retailer and share with them all the knowledge that I've learned about those individual products.
Opening a whiskey bar like we have with such a great selection, such a big selection, is really kind of hard. Major Brands was able to introduce us to some things that we didn't know about. We really wanted to be considered one of the, the best whiskey bars in the country and, be considered the experts of the Midwest. You have to really source it and do a lot of research, and they helped us a lot with the research, and they really teach you a lot about what you're buying. So I think that's very important. Being paired with a great company like Major Brands, and it was very important to us. The local feel of Major Brands, I think, really makes a difference.
We make our living in this community, and we got to give back to this community. We help Forest Park wherever it gets started. We got all our restaurants involved. Every case of wine was sold, so much money went back to Forest Park. It's a community affair. It's like a big family.
We're in the community because it's who we are. It's what we care about. We serve every neighborhood, We deliver to every neighborhood. We got customers in every neighborhood. We want to help when we can. And we see part of our job and part of our responsibility as a successful business is to give back to the community and to give back in every way possible.
When I think about Major Brands, I think about how they've been there for us every step of the way. They get relationships. They know how important it is. They're our biggest cheerleaders. They want us to do well. They want the kids in this community to do well. They want Missouri to do well. And that's unique and irreplaceable.
We are more than a distribution company. We're a family business that's been around 80 years. We consider ourselves fortunate to be able to hold a license to distribute wine and spirits in the state of Missouri. We believe in what we do. We believe what we do is important, not just for our customers, but for the community. We add value in everything that we do, and what we do matters.